Hey guys, we're back and I have a new video, quick review on the Vortex Razor HD 4000 rangefinder. Comes in this sweet little hard case, which is actually pretty nice because I like to throw it in there. I can throw it in a bag. It's nice and it's hard, so it'll protect it. And basically we're looking at this little guy here. So the reason I decided to pick one of these up was I was in the market for a rangefinder. I was looking at some of the SIGs because just for competitions and stuff, I have had a few instances where guy in my squad, I've been relying on other people for rangefinders, and it eventually bit me in the ass. So I'm like, all right, I need to get a rangefinder of my own because we have one in our squad. We're shooting a match. Dude's rangefinder starts malfunctioning, and all we had were the ranges that were given by the match directors. They were not exactly correct. So when you're shooting small targets, like 1 MOA targets, and you don't have the exact range, your dope's going to be off and you will miss, right? So I'm like, all right, I got to get a rangefinder. There's nothing worse than knowing that you shot well, but that your equipment or lack of equipment caused an issue. So I was like, all right, F that, I'm going to get a rangefinder. Started looking around, looking at the SIGs, looking at some of the cheaper options, trying to keep it under 300 bucks. And the stuff that I was looking at was like, well, you know, if you're going to spend that money, you're going to spend 200 bucks. If you spend an extra 100 bucks for better rangefinder, is that worth it? Honestly, to me, if I'm going to keep shooting, this is an essential piece of kit, then yeah, I'm going to spend some money on it. So I saw this guy, and there was a sale. It was normally their MSRP $4.99, but I was able to pick this up for like $3 something, which Vortex had a sale, and then I was able to use a gift card, so I got it for right over 300 bucks, which you can find these used online for like $350, and not a bad deal. A lot of dudes are selling these to get the Fury, the binoculars that Vortex has, the rangefinder binoculars, which I was gonna get, but they were out of stock. So I'm like, let me just try this guy. We'll see how she goes. And I was very, very pleasantly surprised, right? I took this out, started getting some ranges on some of the mountain ranges near me, and all of a sudden, with their ELR mode, there's several different modes in this guy. That is for extended long ranges, right? And I was picking up, there was rock formations, I was getting 4,000, past 4,000 yards, and this is getting it with this. So I was like, that's kind of cool. So what can it do on targets? So went out, let's see, I took it out to the range, and I was ranging different targets, and it was picking up these steel targets out to 1,200, super easy. Like, clicked it, boom, it was on, got a reading pretty fast. So I went a little bit further back, pulled even further back, and I was able to get steel targets at 1,400. I'm sure it'll go even further than that, right? And that was it wasn't even trying that hard. Press the button, got an instant reading. So I was like, that's pretty neat. So these things are supposed to be, in the ELR mode, you can range out targets at 2,400 yards. Reflective, this range reflective out to 4,000. I got past 4,000 on rocks and mountains, past 4,000 yards. So that's pretty neat. Let's take a little look right now at that, right? And here we are, we're just ranging out to 4,000 yards. You have to put it in the ELR mode, so it's a more extended range, but you can see it picks up at 4,000, past 4,000, right? And then if you go to the regular mode, I was going around picking up things within 2,000 to 3,000 yards. That picks it up right away. So that's really cool. I'm going to have to take this out. I'm going to have to push it a little bit further. I want to really see how far I can get on a small target, right? Like a steel target. I'm guessing I'm going to get out to 2,000. The way that this works, and it's been working on everything up to 1,400, no problem, right? It kind of gives me the confidence that this thing is going to be a little workhorse. So for 500 bucks, that's a really great deal and a really great value for what this is. Very easy adjustments. You can scroll through the modes on here. You can go through the different modes that it has, different brightness settings. You have the first, last, and ELR modes. And you can read more about that. I'm not going to go too deep into that. All I wanted to do was a quick once-over of this rangefinder. If you're thinking about it, right, and you saw this video, I would highly recommend it, right? Try to get a good deal on it if you can. If you can get it under 400 bucks, that's a steal, right? Even at 500, would I recommend this? Yeah, I would, because I've used other rangefinders, and
The cheaper ones, you can tell the difference, right? And it struggles at certain distances, and you see it start struggling. This did not. This didn't at all. So, you know, I've used really expensive rangefinders as well, stuff that's like $5,000, $10,000, and for what I'm going to be doing, 2,000 and in, this is excellent. This is fantastic. I'd recommend this for competition shooting, for hunters, for anyone who needs a range. Another cool feature on this is it has the HCD, which is the horizontal component distance. So if you're shooting at an angle, right, shooting at a higher angle, the distance, the actual distance that you would put into, say, a dope calculator, right, a ballistics calculator to get your dope for that shot, if there's a certain angle, past a certain angle, you have to put some math and you have to put the angle in and it'll calculate that. What this does is you can put it on that automatically. So if you're shooting ranging, right, ranging at a high angle, it calculates that in and it gives you the distance that you would need to put in to your ballistic calculator without having to put any angles or anything like that. It already calculates that in. So that's really neat. Again, super impressed with this. I've used this. How stable is it? Some people might wonder, right? I was able to hold it in hand and range out to 1,000 yards on steel targets. If I'm shooting far, if I'm ranging farther than that, I get a sandbag like this, like a Armageddon gear, right? And I'll just, boom, sturdy enough, and I can get out to. That's what I use. Just this, not a tripod or anything, to get out to 4,000 yards, right? Past 4,000 yards. So if you're in the market for a rangefinder and your budget is $500 or less, this is, I think, the #1 choice, realistically. Not including the lifetime warranty that Vortex has, right? This is actually a big reason why I went with the Vortex over SIG. The warranty is just better. The warranty is better, and I've used the Vortex warranty, and it's great, right? They're like, send it in, we'll fix it, send it right back to you. No issues, no questions. It's one of their big selling points of a Vortex. You know, like, yeah, maybe it's Chinese glass or whatever. It's like you're buying a cheaper scope. You know, maybe it'll be effed up. But when I get it, if it is effed up, I just send it back in. I'll get a brand new one, and it'll be fine. And it's pretty quick, to like a week, 2-week turnaround tops. So they do take care of you. So again, you're in the market. It's a 7x25, the old Razor HD 4000. Okay. Again, so far on small steel targets, got out past 1400 with this. Not a problem at all, which means probably goes further than that. Probably goes a lot further than that. And then shooting out just onto reflective surfaces, I've gotten past 4,000 yards. So to me, that's pretty neat. Very, very cool in that small package. I would highly recommend it, and you will not go wrong with that purchase, right? Will I get the Fury, the HD Fury binos? Yeah, I probably will eventually. But until then, I'm gonna be using this little guy. I'm gonna use the shit out of it, and then I'll sell it, and then I'll buy the Fury when they're in stock again. So, yeah, my 2 cents on that, right? Again, I've used cheaper, I've used more expensive. For the price, you can get it in the 300s. I would buy it. It's a no-brainer for me. I went a long time without one, and I shouldn't have, and super happy with that purchase, right? Sometimes you buy stuff, you're like, it's good. It's, you know, a little buyer's remorse in there. This one, I'm like, dude, I'm so happy I bought it. It just works, and it's very good. So, yeah, that's it. Great little rangefinder for, you know, a fraction of the price of the bigger guys, and it works fantastic. So that's my experience. If you need a good rangefinder, there you go.